AITA for refusing to take in my younger brother when my mom passes away? Don't get me wrong. I love my brother, so allow me to explain. Please forgive is the thought process is everywhere on this. So, my little brother was born with medical problems and wasn't expected to live like he had. When I was younger after he was born, I was too scared to play with him for fear of hurting him, accidentally pulling one of the tubes out of him, or accidentally disconnecting the wires attached to him. As he started to grow, he got stronger, but then his and my sister's dad abandoned us. Long story, but we found out their dad is not mine thanks to Ancestry DNA. That is when things took a downer. Again, I love my little brother. I got along with him better than our sister, who was the middle child while I was the oldest. But when I was 8 years old after their dad abandoned us, my mom leaned heavily on me as she taught me how to give my brother his medicine, how to put an NG tube in his nose, how to fill the bag with his special formula, how to change his diaper, and so on. Things an 8-year-old shouldn't have to do. I also had stopped believing in things that all children were still believing in at that time because my mom told me it wasn't real, while my sister and brother got to keep believing in them until they were at the age to know better. As I grew older, she put more responsibilities on me by making me be the one in charge of making sure he got on his school bus once he was old enough to go to school. I made sure my sister got to her school while I was in middle school. I remember one time I rushed to get him ready because I had overslept on accident and handed him to the school bus assistant without his shoes and apologized. I then fought to try to get my sister awake, but she wouldn't get up, and I decided that if I didn't want to miss my bus and that I had to go, my sister could walk to school, and on mornings I had to walk with her. I would get on my school bus by her school as there was a stop there, but when I didn't, I got on at the one by the house. When I got home, I was yelled at because my mom got a phone call from the officer at the school because of my sister missing too much school. I asked my mom, "So you rather I miss school to make sure she got to school?" My mom replied, "Yes, you don't miss school, so I won't go to jail for you missing school once in a while." That made me that my education was less important than her making sure her children got to school. By the time I was in high school, my mom wasn't working because she didn't want to. I was working weekends at a flea market to help support the house because she couldn't get AFDC since she wouldn't work. She would sit in her room all day and only came out to cook dinner while I had to come home from school or work, clean the house, take care of my brother, and care for the animal she brought into the home. I wasn't allowed to do anything after school because I had to take care of my brother. By the time I got to the 11th grade, I was so burnt out between work, school, and house chores that I was the only one doing them, caring for my brother, caring for animals I didn't want, dealing with schoolmates or coworkers that would vent to me, and having to miss school 2 days every week to go to dialysis with my little brother. I had enough and dropped out of school and quit my job because I couldn't do it anymore. Close to my 18th birthday, my mom told me I was giving one of my kidneys to my brother because I was a perfect match. I hated being told that, but I was going to do it until I found out that due to me being underweight from my medical issues, there was an 80.66% chance of me living, and if I did, I would be dependent on people to take care of me. After that, when I turned 18, I moved out and away from her and my siblings because I didn't want to put others first anymore. Fast forward to recently, I'm 36. My mom is 66, and my brother is 31. Mom told me, "I need you to take care of your brother when I am alive." I replied, "You stole my childhood and teen years from me to care for him. I'm not doing it as an adult. Get someone else to do so, or he is going into a nursing home. I'm done." I then quickly left her house before any fighting could break out. So, AITA? Edit. I'm adding this because I saw a couple of people say this. Yes, I am in therapy. I have been for years now. A lot related to my mom, some from my sister's and brother's father, and some because of the PTSD I struggle with from my ex-hub. This has just been something that has been eating away at me since it happened last week.